I want to start this video by saying thank you to the guy who got me access to these specific videos. This Sir Slick guy went on to Subscribestar and grabbed a few of the paywalled videos for me, so I didn't have to be caught dead giving my money to Barnabas, while allowing us to see and critique the depths of his silly ideas, and find out if this stuff is even worth spending $10 a month on. Good job it's not just me in sunglasses or something. That would be embarrassing. Oh, and thanks to the guy who gave me, him, the money to go and actually pay for those videos. You know who you are, you mad bastard.
Alright guys, so here's the deal.
Oh, well Barney, I actually have a deal for you. If you're watching this and getting very silly ideas, sillier than usual, and you are known for having extremely silly ideas, you need to remember, just because you paywall doesn't magically make you above criticism. He paid good money for these, and I will do what we want with what I/he paid for under good old fair use for criticism. And by gum am I going to criticize. But you need to just think of your content like a DVD. While the filmmaker does own the rights to the video, film critics are well within their rights to talk about and demonstrate what is on those DVDs for critical purposes. So don't waste everybody's time with shenanigans, please. Okay? Okay.
The sun is shining, and so I had to come out to shoot this video.
You had to? Man, you gotta stop listening to the sun. I did years ago, and now I have a healthy, extremely pale glow that reflects all sunlight off of me. I make for a fantastic sun reflector for others. Well, I would if I went outside, but that's where the people are, including you. You know what? I changed my mind. You stay out there, I'll stay in here. I think that's best for everyone.
And so I was thinking about making a video on the DNA. How crazy is that, right?
While being outside is definitely a thing only the brave would ever do. All those humans. But I think the crazy part, as you call it, is what you're going to say about it, and not the topic itself per se, or the fact that you are talking about it outside, if that's what you mean. Even though, again, no thanks, I like my brick walls and thick doors between me and all that disgusting outsidiness.
Sun is shining, and I want to talk about the DNA hoax, right?
I f***ing knew it. I told you his take was going to be, let's call it, less than rational. Although, depending on exactly what that hoax is actually supposed to be, will really alter the level of balmy we are dealing with. Is it that they lie about the specifics of DNA, or perhaps that it is fake entirely? Who knows? But I am sure we are about to find out, maybe.
Apparently, science tells us, science is a religion by the way.
Oh, you just gotta chuck that in, don't you? I would go more into it, but he's got a whole other paywalled video that I've got ready in my yummy collection that is literally called that. So come back soon to see that delightful take, and see just how silly one man can be. But all I'll say right now is, no, it's really not. And even if it was, it's the only one that for some reason keeps making accurate predictions and actually has the real capacity to make us live longer, happier lives. And has no innate horrific opinions on sexuality and the like, or anything really. So hey, it sounds like a pretty good one if I had to pick. So what exactly is your point? Apart from you think saying that makes you sound clever. Pro tip, it really doesn't.
So they tell us that this is the smallest kind of thing in our bodies.
The smallest kind of thing in our bodies? Perhaps, depends on what you mean by kind of thing. But the smallest kind of thing in your body? Oh no, my friend. We all know what the smallest thing in your body is. It's that thing that attempts to rationalise the world around you but fails so spectacularly on a near daily basis. That's right, it's your balls. And I know what you're thinking, guys, but no. Pee is stored in his skull, because there's literally nothing else in there. And that's also why all of his ideas stink.
and it helps them to identify certain illnesses.
And because they can use it to help figure out what might be wrong with you, it must be fake or something. I might sound like I'm being flippant, but I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if that is the issue and his reason why. The guy is just incredible like that. As in not credible like that.
You know, whether you have kind of like the probability to get cancer, and whether your DNA is damaged and you know you will get this or that and whatnot, all the rest of it.
Whatnot and the rest of it? You didn't tell me that there was some whatnot and all the rest of it. Well, that changes everything. I don't know how, but nothing that vague and pointless has ever led to absolutely nothing and makes people sound like they don't really know what they're talking about or have anything to actually say. No!
And it's based on some kind of string like this in our bodies, right?
Like that? Yeah, sure, why not? We got great big strands of cheap nylon thread just clogging up our insides. That's why I drink so much whiskey, in the vain hope that it might melt a few of the strands that are choking me from the inside out, so I can snatch a few more desperate moments of life before finally succumbing to string death. As we all shall, because there's no such thing as disease, it's all just string.
Strings of some kind of code in our bodies. Is this really true? Well, let's investigate.
Right, gotta skip that song that he is so goddamn pleased with himself about, but I would like to point out that, at least in this episode, the intro contains this. And Barney boy, I think we finally agree on something. This is exactly how I feel every time I cover one of your videos. Like, seriously, W, T, and F. Are you smoking? And where can I get some? For scientific purposes, obviously.
This is the request I received on my private group chat. Can you do a video on DNA hoax?
Oh god, they actually give you requests for stupid videos. Damn. It is really tempting to send him something knowingly ridiculous, just to see if he would buy into it. But lucky for him, I am above such nonsense, and I would never be so cruel as to purposefully trick him into making a fool out of himself. Well, more of a fool than normal. I simply would not do that. It sounds like a right hassle, and I got stuff to do, man. Ain't nobody got time, etc.
And that was because I talked about some polygamy stuff, which was related to the DNA hoax.
Wait, did he just say that polygamy is related to the DNA hoax? Wow, this goes deeper than I thought. We'll have to keep an eye out for how the furries are connected to the moon landing hoax, or how being single is related to Barney's crippling loneliness and increasing detachment from reality.
Oh, I made myself sad.
Right, he's just going to read this thing out, and I'm going to have to paraphrase it because somehow he's even worse when he's reading something he wrote himself. And basically, he thinks that DNA is a hoax because men are supposed to have multiple wives. I mean, broken down, that's what it says, and it's just so much whacked. Hopefully he will elaborate, but I wouldn't hold my breath. You'll go bluer than a choked smurf.
So anyway, let's get into this. So all these doctors and scientists talk about the DNA and how it looks like we are shown these drawings, but I would like to see a real life DNA under the microscope.
Okay, so one thing, I've got to give Barney Bimble here a bit of credit. Although when you think about it, it doesn't count for much, but he does actually look things up. He, unlike many conspiracy nuts and woodiots, actually will look up stuff where everyone else does. Unfortunately, his interpretations are always just off the goddamn charts. But that does make it kind of fun to watch, so I'll just,
So I came to YouTube, I typed in DNA microscope, and I didn't find any, right?
Straight after I compliment you, you just ruin it. Why exactly did you start your search on YouTube? Come on, mate. I have seen you use the Googles and the Wikipedias. It's almost like you're trying to get poor results or something. Your guys do that kind of thing a lot, actually. I always wonder when a woo peddler seems to go out of their way not to see the, well, I don't want to say truth, but the actual factual information. And instead, they do something that it should be obvious is going to give them bad info, or at the very least, not enough. Do they know that they're doing that? Or is it just like cognitive dissonance? So they literally cannot see that they are being really, really silly, if not outright dishonest.
Let's look at this DNA under microscope. How about that one?
Wait, you literally just said...
I didn't find any, right?
And then immediately find one that is called DNA under the microscope. Are you trying to give me some kind of rage-induced seizure? Is that the secret plan? To say something so annoying and instantly contradictory that I'll just pass out, only to awaken days later, with the taste of blood in my mouth and reports of a break-in at the local pet shop and the disappearance of multiple hamsters, all over the news. Is that what you want, Barney Shortbus?
So here's one, and I started to look at this, and I was like, let's have a look. Actually, what did they say in the description, right? So what they say in the description...
Oh my god, will you get to the point already? The pet shop can't stand to lose another 16 hamsters, dude. And it's really starting to show on my belly. Mostly because they are still alive and trying to escape. The little hands tickle.
It's a DNA from strawberries. It's not even humans.
What? So what? You know that human DNA isn't like the only DNA or the expected default DNA. You say that like it's a problem for anyone but you and your weird preconceived notion. Nearly every biological organism on the planet has DNA, and the ones that don't have RNA. Not that I'm pretending to understand this, but I looked it up instead of smashing my face on a keyboard and hoping for the best. Although that is how I write these scripts.
So what the fuck? But anyway, let's have a look. So this is a DNA of strawberries, okay?
I have no idea if that's what we're looking at, and more importantly, neither do you. This is just some random YouTube video that is called DNA under microscope. Not, hey, here's the science of DNA etc, guys. There's not even a narration on this video to say exactly what we're looking at and when. Again, do you do this on purpose, or do you actually think that the first thing you find on YouTube is the 100% scientific fact and never bother to look elsewhere, or what?
Does it look like the way they are showing it to us? You know, that kind of strand and spiral and all the rest of it? No, it doesn't. Fucking doesn't. Look at this shit. It's just some kind of strawberry smash. And that's it. Okay?
Therefore, DNA is fake. You are so absurd it beggars belief. Right, I actually again did a looking things up, and what you might have here is a clump of DNA, but it's hard to tell because, as I said, this is clearly someone amateur just messing with their microscope. But the chances are what they are using here is just a fairly ordinary microscope. Do you know what you can't see with an ordinary microscope? DNA, you thick f***. You need an electron microscope to see DNA, and when you do actually see it, oh my god, it's DNA! What a shocking turn of events. When you actually earnestly try to find the things that exist, you can actually find them really easily. Me am the shocking boy.
Now, let's go back to where we were here. And the next thing you can see is molecular visualization of DNA. So that's visualization, it's not real.
No, you can't just leave and do absolutely nothing to attempt to understand what it is you're looking at. Just saying what you think something is not in any way, shape or form actual research. You have to actually, check. You can't just see something, go, nah, and then just leave for Christ's sake. I can, but I earned it.
Okay, what does DNA really look like? It's not what you think. I want to show you all of these. So first of all, let's have a look at this. Molecular visualization of DNA. Okay?
Okay, but that doesn't make the actual thing fake, and it doesn't make the thing that we are looking at not useful for understanding how it works. When you are working with something so incredibly small as individual strands of DNA, Visual representations are the only way your general dipshit, like me, can have it explained so that they will understand it properly.
So let's see what they say.
Molecule fits into the microscopic nucleus of every cell.
Okay, they talk about microscopic nucleus, which they don't know what they are talking about because it's not under the microscope. This is a drawing. This is graphics. Visualization is not real.
Right, idiot. They don't think this is real. They aren't saying that this is literally what it looks like. They are saying this thing is so small and indistinct that in order to make it clear, we are going to show you an image of what it looks like. But your argument, even you must see how poorly formed it is. You can't see air, but you know it exists, and it must have something that is going to make it tangible to your body, that makes it so you can breathe it, and without the ability to breathe it, you will die, and we know what it's made out of, and what bits are the ones that we need. So do you deny that that's real? Because you can't see it, and you have to be shown visual representations of it? Do you know what? That was a stupid question. You probably don't. In fact, I bet you probably try not to breathe at all, because it's all a conspiracy by Big Air to make us addicted to fake oxygen. And that's why you have such profound brain damage.
Just like the fake NASA globe model. That's all fake. It's drawing, CGI.
For the last time, just because CGI exists doesn't mean that everything that you don't understand is fake. Or when CGI is used, that the thing that was made with CGI this time is also fake. I mean, explosions happen, but they CGI that crap all the time. I mean, here's a CGI of a brain. That doesn't mean your brain is... Oh, you know what? I think you might be onto something. Wait, before you go, I have something super important to tell you. It's life or death. It will change everything forever. Nope, wait, it's gone. Oh well, probably wasn't important. But while I have you, don't forget to comment, subscribe and notify. And if you want more of my smexy voice, check out Mrs. Six's channel Spoonstaff Stories, where I narrate and voice all the videos, and she does the work. And if you want to support the channel, check out the merch store for cool t-shirts, or check out Patreon, memberships and PayPal to support directly. Finally, follow me on the medias of social to get completely pointless guff and to keep up on the latest releases. Oh, I just remembered what I was going to tell you. Whatever you do, don't touch the...